All right, here on the second part where we are going in and testing out those different script vulnerabilities and exploits on the website. So these are the four vulnerabilities that we have talked about in 2.3: the command execution, the SQL injection, the cross script reflected, and stored. So the thing that we need to make sure that we're paying attention to is that each page is only going to will have one random exploit to it, and it might be different from you to your partner. There was some confusion with all of us with that, but just making sure that we're testing out all those exploits on all the pages and then taking screenshots of that. So this is definitely something that you're going to want to get done with on one specific day and using one specific partner's website and on their virtual machine. So I'm going to go in and try these different exploits here in our Bikes, Boards, and Beyond website. So I'm going to type in admin and password. Don't need to save that. So these exploits, we got to remember that we are going in anywhere that there's a text box where you can go in and type what your order ID would be. That's where we're going to go in and try these different exploits. So we are going to see if we can ping. And my first one I'm going to look at is this command execution. Okay, so that's when we're going to go in and ping a specific IP address and see if there is any sort of statistics that go along with that. Now, if there's a bunch of stuff that pops up, that's going to be an exploit. And that's something that we want to take a screenshot of. And then I'll also capture that in Wireshark. So I'm just going to type in an IP address here and then submit that. Now, in this case, nothing showed up when I was typing in that ping command. And so that's going to be something that we know is not exploitable in this case. So our command execution, nothing's showing up here. But now I'm going to go down and I'm going to then try out again, we're taking screenshots of that stuff. And then I'm going to try the SQL injection to see what else am I able to go in and look at. So maybe with this SQL injection, I'm going to try that out. And again, always looking back at your e-commerce and at your site to try out these different things there. So use that search function and let that help you out here. So I'm going to go in and try to retrieve this order. Ooh, I see that I've got problems, right? I typed in that SQL injection. I'm putting in that different ID number and I can see usernames and stuff. Those are things that we do not want to have happen, obviously, on a website. So I'm going to go in, boom, take a screenshot of this issue I'm going to comment and talk about that in my video. Hey, all right, I tried the SQL injection and this is what showed up. So this page is exploitable. And now we need to go in and record that and view that in Wireshark. Okay, so I need a screenshot of this notifying us that, okay, guys, this is a problem. And then I'm going to go and look at my Wireshark. Hide that. I'm going to go in and look at Wireshark again. Now, making sure that we got to go back here and type in not port 3389. And I should have started that Wireshark capture session before I'm going in and doing all of those exploits. Now we're going to go in and find that specific packet, find those keywords that are there. I also want to have that display filter of that content type of HTTP, so it's only looking at the stuff that I'm doing on the website. Okay. So after I go in, type in that display filter, I find one of those unique things to the specific website. Maybe I type in Smith or Pablo Picasso, stuff like that. Then we can go in and search for those things in Wireshark. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about that because that's something that we just did last week, and we should feel, hopefully pretty good about that. But if you're stumped on something, of course, go back into our 2.3 stuff and take a look at what we did before. Now, then the third thing that you need to do with these different exploits is you need to make sure that you are reporting the recommended script that we need to have to show, okay, what should have changed. So this level of security is going to be low. Now, in my first one, I saw that there is I'm going to scroll out of that. This is an SQL injection. So, what you're going to need to also do, because there's not a view source tab, not ideal for us, but you're going to need to go back in and look at your stuff from um, 234, where we're going in and finding the exploits there. And that's where you went in and took a bunch of screenshots of that code that you needed to that would change, like it would be stripping some different things out. So open up that 234 exploits and you can just copy and paste that code from that specific section or that screenshot that you took before. And that will suffice for when we're looking at these different exploits. So again, you want to make sure that you are going into both the retrieve order and the message board and having screenshots that you're trying out all of these different exploits. So I'm going to try another one, maybe this XSS reflected. I'm going to type in that script, write that JavaScript alert. I've got an XSS reflected exploit. Just going to close that script tag and I'm going to submit that. So nothing showed up. All right. So I can see, I might want to type in that script again, but then you're just going to go in and comment. I tried this script and I did not have a box pop up that said that. Now, so if it doesn't pop up, then there's nothing happening really in Wireshark. So we can just kind of move on from that. Now, let me try another script again. I'm on the message board instead of retrieved order. So it's going to be unique for these different groups. I'm going to try that exploit again. See if it is stored. I might just copy and paste that and try that out on my retrieve order as well. Okay, nothing's there. Maybe we try this script. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything right now. As long as you document and as long as if there are errors that come up, or that information that is, stuff that we don't want other people to be seeing, just take screenshots, make sure that you have your wire capture started so you can see what's going on there in Wireshark, and then show us, what type of code would work to fix that. Okay, we want to make sure that we use that display filter too. So the code that's going to show us what's going to change is, again, back in this 234, we can't go in and view the source on our website. So you're going to have to go back and reference that code that we had in the Bank of Virgil website where you were going in and seeing, comparing between the high security, medium security, and low security. Okay. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Make sure that you are looking at the documentation there. We got to have evidence that we tried everything. And if the URL is exploited, we see that there's a problem there. We need to have that Wireshark packet captured with that exploited URL. And then just that screenshot from 234. I can type that in 234. Screenshots from Bank of Virgil that you can go in and use. Now, again, this is going to be different depending on the virtual machine that you are on. And it might be different every single day. I'm not positive about that. So getting done with your website vulnerabilities for the spikes, boards, and beyond stuff in one class period is going to be really important. And it needs to be done on one person's machine. All right. Again, feel free to send me any emails. Let me know if you have questions, but hopefully this kind of helps you finish up and get ready to go to present.